Hello, my name is Bear J. This is Black Desert Mobile Strategy Channel exclusively for F2P players. Your subscription and like is always appreciated. Today is the 10th day after the global launch. I wanted to take this opportunity to review how I did so far, how you did so far, and if there's any improvement that we can make. Let's go ahead and review how I did, and why don't you compare what I'm going through today to see what you have done and if there's anything that you can improve. If you are using my strategy tips and tricks if there's any suggestion that I made that need an improvement, please comment, and so I can make a video for you with better improve the content. So as of today, I believe this is ranking as of the day 9. In about 15 minutes, there will be a new ranking. At any rate, I am ranking 166 in Mediah server in terms of CP at 2849. Rank 100 is 2908, so I'm about 60 CP behind. And as most of my viewers are, I am enjoying this game as completely F2P, and I intend to do so as long as I play this game so I can share the strategy as F2P players. And also keep in mind that for me to achieve this CP, I did not use not any of them. I used very little black pearl, and I concentrated on keeping them so I can use them for the later events, or probably to purchase the accessory later when the price is right. So with this, having that in mind, let's go ahead and see what kind of stats that I have as of today. As to the gears, I have all the yellow gears. Only one of them is Grunier so far, and I did not really pay attention to the crystal. I just played with whatever I have, so I still have blue crystals and whatnot. And in terms of accessories, I decided to skip purple one. I will go directly into yellow, and so I am selling all my purple and making more black pearls there, and for me to achieve +5, which will grant you about 10 bonus CP. I used all the accessory given on the main character. Also worked on one sub character to get one more accessory, blue accessory, and I was able to make 5 and only spend about 150 black pearls to achieve that. And I will keep this until I have a yellow black pearl, the yellow accessory, and when the time is right, when price is low enough, and at the time that I can actually sell the blue one, so I can make some of the black pearl back. And for the relic, of course, you have to rent it. You don't have any other options. For the outfit, I actually got competitive, and with the fact that I did not have a pre-registration gift, I drained down about 30 million silver coins to get this. However, it did give me about 50 CP more on it, so I'm happy about it. I also wanted to show you my Black Spirit. Black Spirit is currently at level 113 with a bonus CP of 854. For the light stones, just like Crystal, I did not spend any silver coins or black pearl to extract them, and I just worked with whatever I had. I have all the purple ones right now. Having said that, let's go over what I did for the last 10 days. On day 1, I had a clear mission, 2 of them. First one is getting pet, and second one was getting my jump start for the camp. So in the very beginning, of course, you have to level up to about level 25 to do anything. So on the first day, I was leveling up. Then once I got to about level 25, I jumped onto my camp. Jump onto my camp. Let's go to my camp. It's dragging. So I made I did not really want to give any of the um, time that I wasted on the camp. So I started it right away and made sure I did everything to get the 25 worker, which is a cap right now. And I was very diligent in developing the camp from beginning to 25 workers. And before I do any craftings or any other stuff with my camp, so I was gathering mostly woods, and I was coming back often to make sure none of the worker is just standing around not doing anything. So by about 5 or 6 days, I had level 5 um, town hall, and I was able to get 25 workers under my belt. And my second objective was getting pet. By the time I got to level 25 or so, I jump onto the arena, as I mentioned, and how to get three pets in the beginning. And I collected my silver coin through arena, and I was able to get two more pets on the very first day before my first overnight grinding, so I can pick up as much loot as possible. Right now, as to the pet, I purchased four more pets, which was fairly easy because in the very beginning, for the first 4 or 5 days, the pets were very easy to get. Right now, it is not. Um, it is still possible, but you will have to click a lot faster and move faster to get the pet. So I got four more of pet to upgrade them to tier 2. I failed once, that's why I got 4, not 3. And right now I have three of the tier 2 pets. I'm sure that's going to be okay for me for the next couple of weeks, and uh, I'm hoping there will be an event where I can get some pets, or I can collect. I can use more servers to buy more pets from the market. But I have a lot more things to do right now, so pet is settled for now. So for starting from day 2, once you develop, once you level up, there was you will start. I start to have a lot more things to do. First thing is daily task. I made sure I did all the daily tasks every day, and so I can collect all the loots from the daily task, and also a boss rush. If you go to the option, all this contents, I made sure I did everything every day for boss rush. I did not use a combat plus in the very beginning, and I was leveling up as much as possible and saving up my the Combat Plus until the last moment. And I started using Combat Plus only about 3 days ago, and I used up all the boss stamp that I have saved up until that time. And the runes, of course, you have to go through for the runes. Let's see. Yeah, you the of course you want to go to chamber 5. I believe I was able to skip chamber 4 and 5. You have to go through them, and as you play more, it's gonna allow you to multiply your route and play all at once. So you wanna keep on playing this at least on a daily basis. So you will not spend as much time on the runes. You actually have to go through them on a multiply 1, multiply 2 to get to next level. So make sure that you play every day, and also Arena gives fairly good route for now. In about 2 weeks, those routes that's given here will be very bad and at that time. So go ahead and use go ahead and let's do this 3 times so you can have boxes to open every time, and so you will not waste those loot. And also for the Ramones, you do not have to play too much. However, make sure to today actually I didn't do it. Make sure to earn at least 500 points so you can have those root. So I've been doing that every day, and only one contest I did not do from the screen was not. I personally do not believe not is worth it. I'm waiting for the world trade. If there's anybody else who think otherwise, by all means, knock yourself out. I am not gonna stop you, but it is my personal judgment. Not is not worth it. At any rate, so that's I did not mention about I mentioned about the Combat Plus, but for the Camp Plus, the one that I obtained from this Amazon Prime event, I used it on from day one because I wanted to have a camp built up as soon as possible. The time is money actually, because as soon as you have 25 workers, you will your workers will you will have a lot more productivity. So I suggest to use Camp Plus from the day one if you're just starting right now, and if you haven't, go ahead and use that so you can use up all your stamina with at the better efficiency, and also your building the camp will be expedited. So, and let's see, of course, grinding was done every day. And let's go into the option and see what we have done. The collection, you will, by my calculation, if you complete all this, which will not be too hard, that will get about 24 CP increase, which I have not done yet, because whatever is going to be in here is very valuable for now, because your black spirit is not really high, and those will make a difference. However, in about a week or so, or in about a week or so, it'll be pretty cheap for you, and you as that might be the time that you can do the I can do the collection and gain 24 more CP. And let's see, social and guild. Of course, you have to be diligent on. I was diligent on doing those. I'm sorry, I'm keep confusing you and I. Maybe because we're family. I don't know. It's because I'm so used to telling you the strategy. I'm not very used to on telling you my status. So excuse me about that. So I was diligent on social and guild. I went into guild and made sure I got into guild that had a guild boss scheduled regularly, so I can get some loot from there, and also get some boss knowledge on that. And in terms of Shaka 2, I used up all my Shaka 2 today. I went around and I got all the purple ones. Then later I got all yellow, and right now I'm gonna go around get all the green, and next round will be all the orange. And I played like that for a good week or so, and going through all the daily contents and making sure that I have a grinding on whenever I was away from the keyboard. And the only thing that I want to mention here is that I wanted to make sure that when I was grinding, I was not on the black spirit mode, but on the actual online, because that is more efficient. Of course, you can I couldn't do it all the time, but I try to avoid any black spirit mode whenever I can. And so I was going through a main quest, which is very important for you from day one. Even while you're doing all this contents I have mentioned, those aside, your main thing in the very beginning was the main quest. So I was keep pushing through, even when it got a little bit harder. I would buy more potions and went ahead and pushed through. But when I got to the southwest region of the Carpion, then I was getting stuck. So when I got stuck, that's when I started. My CP was not high enough to push them through, and even to push them through, I had to manually control them, which was not very desirable for me. So I went ahead and created one sub character and start to and I spent about a day and a half or so on it and transferred every single resources that I made over to main character. The way I did that was that I unequipped all of them and I took put all of them in a storage, and in a sub character I took all of them out and put it on. And so my sub character is just a shell. It doesn't have any of maybe except for the because I chose which share the sub weapon but not the main weapon. So main weapon is pretty bad on the witch, and all the others are empty. So my witch sub character is a shell. I just basically use all the same thing there and transferred all the resources that I made from sub character. Spend about a day and a half to grow it to level 50, I believe, and so after that, I was not getting stuck on my main quest anymore, and I was able to push through the entire thing. Right now, I have completed all the main quest and all the side stories, and so I would suggest that you do that on your first week, on first 10 days too. So that all went by, and here I am right now. And as I reached level 55, I one thing I wanted to mention, all of my yellow gear was obtained except one. All of them were obtained after I reached 55. I was not very lucky in drawing chapter 2, but on one day, the rest of them just came on one day with about 1,500 gold coins. So I think if that is how it's conditioned here, but that's how it was for me. So after reaching 55, there are a couple of tasks left for me. The first one is knowledge. Knowledge is something that is a fundamental for you that you do not have to achieve all of them in the very beginning, but as you go on, you want to have everything close to 100, especially APDP. Once you want to clear up in the very beginning, and I will have a separate video for going through the knowledge. And the second one that you need to pay that I will pay attention to is skills. And I did not really study the skills until today. I just uh, used some of them and used whatever I wanted to do. And I have um, one for grind. This one is for grinding, and this is when I need the higher power, higher attack power. But those are not really looked at. I didn't really pay attention. I will actually study them and come up with a better skill build, and I will be sharing that soon enough. So those and also. For me to get a better workers, I need to work on Amity. Amity is one of the best way to get the contribution point. So I'll be working on Amity and probably one sub character if I need more contribution point. So those three, I will be creating more videos later. Of course, for the skill build, it'll be multiple video for the different class. So that is it for today. I hope that all my viewers were able to achieve a better rank and better CP than I did until now. And I hope my strategy tips and tricks were useful for you to get there. And I will. So that is it. That is it for today, and I will be back with more videos. Thank you very much.